we will use a chair if you have a chair just for our balance portion. If you have blocks, that would be great. Otherwise, paper towel rolls. But I just ordered a second set of blocks. They're like $10 each online. And so it's really worth it to have those. A strap or a pet leash belt. If you have any or all of those, that would be really helpful. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. So welcome everybody. As we do every class, let's begin bringing an awareness to your breath. So if you're comfortable lying down on your back on your mat, you can do so maybe with that restorative rest pose with your knees bent, soles of your feet at the outer edges of your mat and your knees knocked together, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Or you can, if you feel more comfortable sitting, you can do that. If you like just Shavasana with your legs stretched out, you can do that. And I do want to focus today on the breath as our source of inner strength. And as you know, yoga really is based on breath. So as we practice yoga, tap into your breath as a force and a source that empowers you to be strong and steady. So your inhales, breathe in that strength and that steadiness. And on your exhales, release any stress, any tension, any thoughts that don't serve you. And the breath is powerful. Yoga teaches us that our breath is our most immediate connection to power and strength. And the breath is our pranayama. We call that prana, the life force. Pranayama, our breath. And you've heard me talk about Ujjayi pranayama, the breath of victory. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose with an audible breath, with a constriction at the back of your throat. And that's just really to bring more awareness to our breath. If we breathe with an awareness of our inhales and our exhales, we can really tap into our power and our strength. And we can turn to our breath anytime to bring our awareness back to the present, bring our awareness back to ourselves, to our strength and steadiness and stability. And our breath is our source of maintaining life. It's always there as long as you're alive. You don't have to think about your breath necessarily. It's something that you do and it supports and sustains you without even being aware of it. You can trust it, rely on your breath. So that awareness of our breath can bring us comfort and allow us to have peace. When you are ready, draw your knees into your chest, still on your back. We'll do a couple core strengthening exercises on our back. So start with your knees into your chest and just circle your knees in one direction. And then circle them the other way too. Place your knees down on your mat and just lift your hips an inch and tuck your tail and flatten your spine, your lower back onto your mat. Draw your low belly in and extend your left leg and pull your right knee in. Take an inhale and exhale, draw your nose towards your knee, smashing the small of your back into your mat. Lift your head. If you need the support, put your left hand behind your head for 3 and 2 and 1. Lower down, extend your right leg. Draw your left knee in. Flatten the small of your back into your mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, nose towards your knee, maybe with that support for your neck if you need that. Activate your low belly and hold that for 3, 2, and 1. Release, head down, extend your left leg long, and we'll alternate. If you want to keep your knees bent with the soles of your feet on your mat, lift your hips, tuck your tail, roll your small of your back down, and take an inhale. Exhale, right knee up, nose to knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, left. Smash the small of your back in and lower. If you want to extend the other leg, you can do that. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, curl, inhale, extend. 1 more each side, go at your own pace. Last one, and take a full body stretch, arms overhead. Extend your feet, point and flex your toes. And bend both knees and come to what we call reverse tabletop. So right angle in your hip, knees up towards the ceiling and your shins parallel to your mat. Take your hands to your thighs. Maybe flex your toes if you like that. And push. This is an isometric hold. Push your palms into your thighs and your thighs into your palms. Breathe in and out. Breathe at your own pace. Breathe in that stability. Exhale out stress and heat. Inhale and exhale at your own pace for 3, 2, 1. Lower down your feet. Extend your arms overhead. Another full body stretch. Arch your back. Release your abs. Feels great. Bend your knees 1 more time. Feet are hip distance apart. Take your hands behind your head. Spread your elbows. Take an inhale and lift your chest slightly. Exhale, take your left elbow towards your right knee. You won't reach it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, twist and hold. Inhale, lower. Link breath to movement. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist at your own pace, working your obliques. Tuck your ribs in. work your obliques and link breath to movement. If you want to keep your head elevated in the middle, you can do that or rest it down. We're here for 4 and 4, 3 and 3, 2 and 2, last 1 and 1. Take a full body stretch, arms overhead, extend your feet. And of course, you are welcome to drop out or rest as you need. And take one more inhale and exhale. Bend your knees one more time. Soles of your feet on your mat, hip distance apart. Take your arms out to a T, palms facing down, still on your back. Inhale and exhale. Drop both knees off to the left for an easy twist. Maybe you send your gaze off to the right. Maybe you don't. Whatever feels good in your body today. And where can you soften? Where can you release? Find a little rest after that abdominal challenge. Inhale, take your knees back up to center. And exhale, take both knees off to the right. Arms to a T, palms facing down, if that serves you. Otherwise, do what feels good. And maybe send your gaze to the left. And where can you release? And inhale, take your knees back to center. Maybe grab the backs of your thighs and rock and roll up to a seat. Or you can turn to one side, push yourself up to a seat. And you're welcome to sit in your chair if you'd like. For our Y4C spine warm-up, you can sit on your mat if you'd like. Whichever is right for you. If you're on your chair, come to the edge of your chair. Ground your feet hip distance apart. If you're on your mat seated, maybe you take those blocks and place them underneath your knees for a little extra support. And when you are ready, nice straight spine. Belly is always active because our core protects our lower back. So if my belly is pulled in, it's tiring and it's hard work, but gradually our belly gets so much stronger and it really does protect our lower back. So belly in as much as you can. Rib cage over your hips, shoulders over your rib cage, hands on your knees, lift through the crown of your head. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, seated cow. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, chin tips up very slightly, and activate the muscles on your back. Pull your shoulder blades together and feel that activation, but keep your belly in. One more breath here. Exhale, seated cat, round forward. Now stretch out the muscles in your back. Chin goes towards your chest, belly button towards your spine. And that's a really nice stretch of all those muscles you worked on your back. Inhale, seated mountain. Straight spine, shoot your arms up, palms face each other, biceps right next to your head. Breathe in and reach. Exhale, right hand down at your side. Inhale, lift your left hand and exhale, side bend to the left. Bend your right elbow as much as you need. Maybe roll out your neck. Heart is open. Upper arm right next to your head. And stretch out your left side. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, side bend to the left. Bend your left arm, roll out your neck. If that feels good, look down and then up at your elbow crease. Maybe that doesn't feel good, and don't do it if it does not serve you. Heart is open. Shoulders both face the front of or your camera. Inhale, come back up, left hand on your right outer thigh. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lengthen and straighten your spine, and exhale, twist to the right. Maybe look over your right shoulder. On your inhale, lift through the crown of your head. On your exhale, twist to the right. Strong core, strong belly, shoulders down. Inhale, right hand to your left thigh. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lift the crown of your head. Exhale, twist left. With every inhale, lengthen and straighten your spine. With every exhale, twist to the left. And imagine your vertebrae are each stacked one on top of the other in a nice straight spine. Inhale, seated mountain, both arms up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in here and out. Breath in and out. Reach back, lean back, and extend your legs. Bounce out your knees a time or two and change the cross of your legs. And if you don't remember which way you had them, that's okay. I can never remember. Well, maybe this way. I don't know. At least we got a little blood going in our legs. So hands on your knees will flow breath to movement. Inhale, seated cow, lift your heart. Exhale, seated cat, round forward. Inhale, mountain, arms up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, mountain, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, left hand, right thigh. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, left hand, right thigh. That's right hand, left thigh. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, seated mountain, both arms up, and exhale, hands to heart center. Breath here in and out. In and out. And hey, we all make mistakes. As long as you are having fun and being safe, it's okay to make mistakes. And if you do something different from what I'm doing today, as long as it serves you and it's safe and it's fun, hey, go for it. We'll flow breath to movement one more time. Hands start on your knees. Inhale, seated cow, lift your heart. Exhale, seated cat, round forward. Inhale, mountain, arms up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, reach. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, left hand, right thigh. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, right hand, left thigh. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath in and out. One more breath in and out. I think I told you guys I used to struggle with right and left a lot when I was a kid. And then maybe I didn't tell you, I got a scar on my right wrist. So then for the rest of my life to remember right and left, I had to look and see where my scar was. So anyway, scars can be good. Hey, maybe that'll be a theme sometime for yoga. So come over. I'm going to review our Chaturanga, our Y4C Chaturanga. And if you are not into Chaturanga today, you are welcome to do cow on the inhale and cat on the exhale, which would be an awesome way to get spine flexibility and strengthen your core. If you would like to try Chaturanga, start with tabletop, hands and knees, stack hips over knees and shoulders over wrists. Point your fingertips forward. You can tuck or untuck your toes, but for our cobra, we're untucked. So we'll start this slowly from tabletop. Inhale, tip forward, start to straighten your legs, and then bend your elbows. Brush your sides with your elbows, come all the way down to your belly on the exhale. So your elbows are cricketed up towards the ceiling. Untuck your toes and inhale cobra pose. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Maintain a nice neutral neck. So look down, don't look up, but lift your heart. Use your low back muscles. Push the tops of your feet into your mat. One more inhale and exhale, lower down. Inhale, push into your hands, bend your knees, and come up to tabletop. And we're just here briefly. Exhale, sink your hips towards your heels for child's pose. Maybe get that stretch in your shoulders, but if that doesn't serve you, bend your elbows and stack your forearms on each other. You can make a little pillow for your forehead with your forearms. You can spread your knees or you can keep them together. And if you don't like the hips, if it doesn't feel good to sink your hips towards your heels, you can keep your hips up just a little bit and maybe even go for puppy pose with your arms extended. So we'll try our Chaturanga one more time, linking breath to movement. And we're not perfect here, but we do want to be safe and have fun. So have fun with this Chaturanga, and if you don't like it, on your inhale, cow, drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, exhale, cat, belly button to spine. So there's something for everyone. So if you're not into the Chaturanga, do your inhale, cow, exhale, cat. So here we go. From tabletop, here's our Chaturanga. Inhale, tip forward, straighten your legs. Exhale, come down to your belly. Brush your ribs with your elbows. Inhale, cobra. Lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up to tabletop. And exhale, child's pose, hips towards your heels. Take a breath here, in and out. Let's do that one more time from tabletop, or do your cow and cat. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, cobra, lift your gaze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop, push up. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels. Breath in and out. Great job. So if you like that, great. If you don't like that, also great. If you have your blocks, set them up at the top of your mat, and we'll do our sun salutation, which I just kind of love to always do. Not always, but a lot of times I do my sun salutation. And you can have your chair facing, the seat facing you at the top of your mat if you like that as well. And we'll start from tabletop. And have your blocks so that you have enough room to step in between. We'll start with our right leg. Inhale, right leg back, toes on your mat, and push your heel back. So you get that space and stretch in the back of your right leg. Look in between your hands. You can push your palms into your mat for some extra core and pectoralis activation. And stretch out the back of your right leg. Look down. Inhale, lift your right heel, drop your right hip so hips are square with your mat, hips are level. One more inhale, exhale, bend your right leg and step in between your blocks. And if you need to use your right hand to help your right foot to get up to where it needs to go, that is absolutely fine. If you feel stable, take your hands to your right thigh. Take an inhale and exhale. Drop your shoulders down. Carve your tailbone down towards your mat. Lift your heart, spread your collarbones, and look forward. You can find stability by scissoring your thighs together, or you can grab for some stability with your chair or your blocks. And if you're feeling super stable, maybe you raise your arms up for full kneeling warrior, arms alongside your head, palms face each other. Lift your fingertips, breath in, belly in, and exhale. Take your hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Look down. We're going to move forward. Tuck your back toes and inhale. Lift your left knee, rock forward, push into your palms. Exhale, step in between your hands. Knees are still bent until our next inhale when we rise up to mountain pose. Pause here. Take your feet hip distance apart and ground into the balls of your feet, inner balls of your feet, outer and to your heels. Biceps right next to your ears. Lift your fingertips, palms face each other. Slide your shoulder blades together and down your back. Lift your kneecaps, pull your belly in. One more breath in and exhale. Take your hands to heart center. Press your palms into your sternum. Gaze forward, breath in. Find your stability and strength riding on your breath. Inhale, mountain. Sweep your arms up once again. Now rotate your palms out. Exhale, bend your knees and swan dive. Hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Inhale, take a little lift of your heart. And exhale, big step back right. And put your right knee down. Inhale, lift your gaze, and exhale, step back to tabletop, hands and knees. Take a breath here, in and out. Optional Chaturanga or cow cat. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, cobra, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push up to tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Breath here in and out. Back to tabletop, right away to the other side. Inhale, left leg back, toes on your mat, push your heel back. Dome out your shoulders, activate your chest, your pectoralis muscles, and spread your fingers wide, full awareness. Inhale, lift your left heel, drop your left hip so your hips are even, look straight down. One more inhale, exhale, bend your left knee, step forward in between your hands or your blocks. Use your left hand as you need to. If you feel stable, take your hands up to your left thigh. Squeeze your thighs together. Use your glutes to find stability. Use your inner thighs, those adductor muscles. And proud kneeling warrior, straight spine, shoulders are down. Maybe with your inhale, reach your arms overhead for full kneeling warrior. One more breath in here. Exhale, take your hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Look down, tuck your back toes. Inhale, lift your back knee, rock forward, push into your hands, and exhale. On your effort, step forward. Inhale, rise up to mountain pose. And exhale, take your hands to heart center. Breath here in and out. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up, rotate your palms out. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive, hands down to your chair, blocks, or mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back left, left knee down. Inhale, lift your gaze, and exhale, tabletop. Breath in and out. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. Hips towards your heels. Breath in and out. Wheel flow, breath to movement on each side. So starting with your right side. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, hands to your right thigh. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, arms up. That's an option. Exhale, hands down to chair, blocks or mat. Inhale, lift your back knee and rock forward. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, mountain pose, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breath here in and out. Inhale, mountain pose, rotate your palms. Exhale, bend your knees, swan dive, hands down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back right knee down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, down to your belly. Inhale, cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, child's pose. Breath in and out. Back to tabletop, left side. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, hands to your left thigh. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, kneeling warrior, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, lift your back knee and rock forward. Exhale, step in between your hands. Inhale, mountain pose all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, mountain. Rotate your palms. Exhale, bend your knees. Swan dive, hands down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back left knee down. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, tabletop. Breath here in and out. Last chaturanga. Inhale, tip forward. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, shoot your hips up to tabletop, and exhale, child's pose. Breath in and out. Take one more breath in and out. Well done. If you would like to take a quick sip of water, we have a standing series next. And of course, option to skip any or all. Maybe you would like to spend the rest of your time in restorative rest. Maybe you've worked hard enough. I think the only reason I'm not sweating is because my house is kind of chilly because it's cold outside and I haven't turned my heat on. So otherwise, I think I would be I'm feeling like we've put in a lot of effort. But we have a fun standing series, and it's a little tricky. You go at your own pace, and you can skip things here and there. I say tricky because it's a little longer than some of my standing series are, but standing series are so great to provide just a little bit of stress for our bones to allow for remodeling of bone. We get stress for our muscles, which of course helps us build muscle mass. And muscle has a higher metabolic rate than fat. So if we can turn some of our fat to muscle, we're going to raise our metabolism. It also gives us a little more warmth in the winter time. Not that I'm mentioning the W word yet because it was just the first day of fall, but anyway, thinking about that and flexibility and balance, all those great things that we get from our standing series. So start at the top of your mat. Feet are just hip distance apart. Inhale, mountain pose. That's one we know. Exhale, hands to heart center, bend your knees and take a step back with your left foot. And we're going towards warrior one. So keep your 2 lanes. This is part of the tricky part. Left foot points to the upper corner of your mat. So it's like a 45-degree angle. Right left foot points straight ahead. And you'll take a bend in your right leg. Turn your ribs to face the front, and maybe you take your arms up, maybe you don't. Warrior one, tailbone is down, belly is in, maybe your hands are at heart center. And we're gonna all put our hands to heart center in a second anyway. One more inhale, exhale, hands to heart center, and straighten your right leg, going towards pyramid pose. Chest still faces the front. Take a breath in to lengthen your spine. Belly is in. And on the exhale, tip forward. Pull your right hip back and your left hip forward. But with a flat back, you tip forward. And this may be a very small amount. We want to keep our back flat. And if you need a little extra support, take your hands to your right thigh and just provide a little extra support. Micro bend your right knee so you don't hyperextend it. Inhale, walk your hands back up or hinge up so that your crown of your head is straight forward, and bend your right knee once again back to warrior one. Take an inhale, arms up, or keep them at hands to heart center. Here's the tricky part. Exhale, warrior two. Take your right arm forward and slice your left arm back. Palms are down, facing down. And we have to do a little adjustment of our back foot. So now our left foot points towards the side of our mat, and our ribs are now facing the long side of our mat, and our gaze is forward, warrior two. Lots of changes, but I mean, hey, if we don't quite get there, it's all right. Look through the middle finger of your right hand and peel your fingertips in opposite directions and really feel your arms working. I certainly feel my arms working. Inhale, straighten your right leg, and now star pose towards the side of your mat. Toes are out, heels are in. Palms face towards the side of your mat. Maybe a little lift of your chest, maybe a little spread of your pectoralis muscles. Take up space, giant X out of your body, I guess I should say. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse. Bend your knees and take your hands to heart center. Knees go in the same direction as your toes, and tuck your tail, and maybe you surf your horse a little bit. Just rock a little bit from side to side. Maybe that feels good. Maybe you have to bend and straighten your legs. That's fine. You do what your body needs. And maybe you sink a little lower, and maybe you bend and straighten, whatever feels best for you. Inhale, back to star. Toes are still out and heels are still in, giant X. But now exhale, back to warrior two. So palms are down, parallel with your mat. Take that little adjustment of your feet. So your left foot points to the side, your right foot points forward, and you take a bend in your right leg. Take a breath in here and out. Next, inhale, warrior one. Take your left hand down and then sweep them both up. Make that little adjustment with your back foot. So your left foot now is starting to point towards the upper corner of your mat, and lift your heart. Now ribs face the front. Take a big breath in and exhale, hands to heart center. Bend both knees. Lean forward and step forward. We call this samastitihi, or stand at attention. Take a breath in here. and out. So that's our tricky standing sequence. Maybe not so tricky. Maybe I'm just talking too much. So that could very well be. We'll do, I guess there's always a mute feature if I'm talking too much. So we'll do the other side. Inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, hand to heart center, and step back with your right foot for that warrior one. So right foot is pointing towards the upper right corner of your mat. Take your ribs toward the front of your mat and take a bend in your left leg. Maybe with your inhale, you raise your arms up, or maybe you keep them at heart center. That's fine. Lift your chest, spread your collarbones, activate your fingertips as if you're reaching for the clouds. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center, and straighten your left leg. Ribs are still facing the front of your mat. Take a breath in. Start to lengthen your spine, and with the exhale, pyramid pose, reach your heart forward. So with every inhale, your heart reaches forward. With the exhale, maybe you hinge forward. Maybe you take your hands to your thighs for that support, or maybe you keep them at heart center, whatever feels best for you. And take a slow, feel that on the back of your left thigh. And I'm also feeling a stretch on my lower back. Pyramid pose. Inhale, walk your hands up your left thigh and straighten up. Hands at heart center. Exhale, take another bend in your left leg. And inhale, back to warrior one, both arms up, or keep your hands to heart center. Here's the tricky part. Exhale, warrior two. Left arm forward, right arm reaches back, and make that adjustment of your right foot so your right toes are pointing towards the side of your mat. And your ribs are now facing the side of your mat. Gaze is forward. Peel your fingertips in opposite direction. Maybe slide your left glute a little bit towards the right side of your mat, and pull your knee toward your left knee towards the pinky side of your left foot. Take a breath here in and out. Inhale, star pose. Straighten your legs. Toes are out, heels are in, palms face the side of your mat. Giant X. Spread out your chest. Reach, take up space. Take a breath in and exhale, horse. Bend your knees, hands to heart center. Tuck your tail, activate your glutes, surf it out, or bend and straighten, whatever feels good for you. And just ride it out. Straight spine, shoulders are down, gaze straight ahead. Inhale, back to star, straighten your arms and create that X. Exhale, warrior two. Palms are down and parallel with your mat. Make the adjustment with both feet so your left knee is bent. Your gaze is towards the middle finger of your left hand, and your right foot, your right toes face the long side of your mat. So your right foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Warrior two, take a breath here in and out. Inhale, warrior one. Send your right arm down and then sweep them both up. Face the front of your mat. Make that adjustment of your right foot. And lift your heart. Reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lean forward, step forward. Samastitihi, stand at attention. Breath in and out. Whew. We'll flow that breath to movement because we are being sustained by our breath. We're getting our strength and stability and power from our breath. So starting with inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to heart center, step back left. Inhale, warrior one, bend your right arm and bend your right leg and extend your arms up. Exhale, pyramid, hands to heart center, straighten your leg and bow. It's pretty fast. Inhale, warrior one, bend and reach up. Exhale, warrior two, slice your arms open, face the side of your mat. Inhale, star, giant X, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse, bend your knees, hands to heart center. Inhale, star, giant X. Exhale, warrior two, face the front, bend your right leg. Inhale, sweep your arm forward, warrior one, face the front. Exhale, hands to heart center, lean forward, step forward, breath in and out. Other side, inhale, mountain pose, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, step back right. Inhale, warrior one, bend your left leg, reach up. Exhale, pyramid, straighten and fold. Inhale, warrior one, bend your knee and lift your arms. Exhale, warrior two, slice it open. Inhale, star, giant X, toes out, heels in. Exhale, horse, bend your knees. Inhale, star, take up space. Exhale, warrior two, bend your left leg, face, gaze is forward. Inhale, warrior one, sweep your right arm up. And exhale, hands to heart center, step forward, breath in and out. One more breath in and out. Well, I wanted to do a balance, but I see I took a long time with that kind of long-standing sequence. So I think I'll save the balance for next time. Spoiler alert, it was going to be dancer with the chair. So if you are just dying to do dancer on the chair, you will have to, I'll try to do it next week. You'll have to stay tuned. So, but we'll skip the balance and grab your strap and we'll come down to a seat on your mat. And if you like your blocks underneath a bent knee, grab that. Take your right foot and bend it. Take the strap around the ball of your right foot and extend your right foot straight. And you can actually use a significant micro bend. You can even put a block under this knee if that would feel good. And maybe it would. Take your left sole of your foot and put it inside your right thigh. The most important thing for this is to keep a straight spine. So, you know, we love to slouch, but don't lift up so your spine is straight. And maybe you take that other block underneath your left thigh. So both ends of the strap are in my right hand. And I'm going to turn my chest to face my left leg, the bent one. Inhale, lift your left arm straight up to the ceiling and exhale, take a side stretch. This is Janu Shirshasana. So I'm bending my right arm that has the strap to allow for a little deeper fold. Spin your heart open. Bicep is right next to your ears. And yes, there are some people who would be able to reach their right toes with their left hand. I am not one of those people, and I don't plan to be one of those people in this lifetime. But if you are one of those people, then, you know, good for you. I'm happy for you. So this is a side stretch. And inhale, reach your left arm up and turn to face your extended right leg. Now remove your blocks. In between the two sides, we're going for a bound angle pose. So take the soles of your feet together. This is Badakanasana, bound angle, or butterfly pose. Maybe you take your blocks to support your knees, or maybe you leave those go and then grab your feet, maybe peel the big toe side of your feet open. Keep your heart lifted, keep your spine long and straight. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, bow forward. Maybe you take your knees and gently coax your knees open. On the inhale, heart is forward and spine is lengthening. On your exhale, take a little fold. And inhale, rise back up. Now take your strap around the ball of your left foot. Extend your left foot forward with that micro bend. If you like the block underneath your knee, great. The sole of your right foot goes inside your left thigh. Most important thing is to lift and lengthen your spine. Strap both ends of the strap in your left hand. Turn to face your right leg. Inhale, raise up your right arm, and exhale, take a side bend to the left. So I'm stretching my right side, bend your left elbow if you want, if you need that little bit of challenge. And reach your fingertips towards your left toes. Right fingertips towards left toes. Spin your heart open so it's a pure side stretch. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and turn to face your left leg and lower down onto your back. Bend both knees. And you can either reach forward and use your core to lower down onto your belly, or onto your back, sorry, not onto your belly. Once you're on your back, take a happy baby. Bend your knees and stamp the soles of your feet on the ceiling. Spread your knees and grab the insides or outsides of your thighs or your feet. Maybe rock from side to side. Then ground your left sole of your foot onto your mat. Bend your knees and cross your right ankle over your left thigh for supine pigeon. So on your back, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Maybe you lift your left foot and grab the back of your left thigh. Maybe you take your right elbow towards your right knee to coax it forward. Find some sensation of stretch in your outer hip for supine pigeon. Flex your right foot. And if you lifted your left foot, put it back down on your mat, and then slide your right ankle along the outside of your left shin. Take your arms out to a T, still on your back, palms facing down, and take both knees off to the left. So this is called eagle, what is it called? Eagle leg supine twist. Anyway, it's just a variation of supine twist. And if it's not your favorite, you don't need to do it. You can do the easy twist that we did in the beginning. So if your legs don't like being crossed, uncross them and just take both knees off to the left. And soften your face, soften your jaw, soften your arms, your shoulders. Uncross your legs, take both knees back up to center, ground your right foot down onto your mat with your knees bent, and then cross your left ankle over your right thigh for supine pigeon. On the other side, to stretch out your left outer hip, maybe lift your right foot, or maybe not, whatever feels best to you. Flex your left foot. Maybe use your left elbow to coax your left knee forward just a bit. And if you lifted your right foot up, put it back down, slide your left ankle down the outside of your left thigh. Take your arms out to a T, palms facing down. Take both knees off to the right. And uncross if it's not comfortable. You can even take a little hook. You can even hook your foot behind your, hook your left foot around behind your right ankle if you want to be super fancy. Some people like that. And breathe and find that last little bit of flexibility that we need so much in this world. Find your breath, your power. Uncross your legs, bring both legs back up to center, and choose your resting pose or your inversion, maybe supported bridge with your knees bent and a block underneath your sacrum. Maybe waterfall pose with a block underneath your sacrum and your feet straight up in the air. Maybe you go to a wall for your legs up to the wall. Or maybe you just rest in good old Shavasana, final rest with your feet stretched, your legs stretched forward, your feet turned out. Tuck your shoulders underneath your back to give your chest a little more room. And take a few moments to rest. And please stay in Shavasana if you have the time to do so. Our time is up. And I apologize for cheating you a little bit of your Shavasana, but let's just remember this week that your breath is powerful. Your breath is stable and you can trust your breath. It's reliable. So if you are needing to move on with your day, start with some little movements in your fingers and your toes and rock your head from side to side. Stop for one last full body morning stretch, arms overhead, feet forward, arch your back, and then roll to one side. Push yourself up to an easy seat once more. Hands at heart center with appreciation. I'm so grateful for each of you. I appreciate my own breath that sustains me and calms me and is constant and reliable, as some things in life are not that way, but our breath always is. Our prana, our life force. We'll take a community breath in gratitude. Inhale and exhale. We bow forward. Namaste.